Oh, hello everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's Monday is going well. Hope everyone's doing good. Right, let's see. So, is this... Okay. That's fine. So I want to be on that one. Hope everyone's day is going well. Everyone's Monday is going well. But no, everyone's doing good. Make sure everything is set up correctly. It should be. But yeah, some bad news. Tomorrow is going to be a late one. Yeah, so as of right now, I'm thinking the plan is tomorrow is going to be like a really long stream. But the problem is I've got to work all day, which sucks. So it's going to have to be a late night stream. Which is okay, because I'm not working again until later. But it's still not the best. But yeah, I'm going to be chill today. Gonna be annoying tomorrow, but not the end of the world. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. So yeah, tomorrow is like planning to probably kill me. Literally just because it's going to be well, it's a typical work day. We're ending slightly earlier, but I need to basically do 6 hours of hunting. 7 hours of hunting, actually, to get to the point where I'm at 10,000. Obviously, unless I get the shiny today. Which, you know, the way I'm going is plausible. Anything is technically plausible. I'm wishful. I'm hoping it's today, but the rate this hunt's going, I don't think I'm gonna get it any time before the heat death of the universe. That is unfortunately what it feels like. Man, I'm coughing a fit today. That is not good. Hey, Mr. Molecule. How are you doing? Your Monday's going well? Yeah, I've not been getting lucky with this hunt. Yeah, not been a good hunt. But, you know, sometimes this is how these hunts go. Sometimes they're quick, sometimes they're not. And this one is definitely not a quick one. Which is a shame. But that is the dice you play doing these hunts. Which is a shame, but so yeah, we'll just see. Yeah, it's a shame, but get there eventually. That's the main thing. When it eventually shines, I will be happy. Because then I'll be done with it. And that's, I think, all you can ask for. Hello. Yes. So, what I have done, and it is just for right now, there shouldn't be any ads during the streams unless I play them. However, there will be ads at the beginning and the end. And then if I ever step away, I can just run an ad. And that's kind of how I think we'll run it for a bit. We'll just see how it goes from there, but we'll kind of use this as a starting point. I don't like running ads during, but in my opinion, running ads before and running ads after is fine. And then obviously if I step away, I'll just run one and then go from there type thing. Extra money for packs. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. I'll get enough to... Well, I mean, actually, I can see how many packs ad revenue has gotten me. Watch page ads have gotten me this year. Tell you, it's probably less than you're imagining. Can I search lifetime? Taking its time. It might be more than I was originally thinking, since this number's taking forever to get going. To be fair, Molecule, I've like stopped this hunt about 8 times and then started it up again. Like, it's by no means is it one that I'm like willing to do. I've got to... So annoyingly, my original plan for tomorrow was I'm going to get on stream for 9 a.m. my time, stream to 4 p.m. my time. It will be lovely. It'll be wonderful. I'll have no problem with it at all, and that's just how I'll do it. And then it was like, oh yeah, by the way, you're in work today. We're in work tomorrow, and I'm like, oh, you're kidding me, really? So yeah, I'm in work, unfortunately, tomorrow until 3. So then basically I have to decide whether or not I'm doing it throughout the night, which means I'll be starting at 6 p.m. my time, which is about now, and going through until 1 a.m. in the morning. Or if I break it up, do 3 hours tomorrow, do 3 hours Christmas Eve, but do 3 hours Christmas Eve in the morning, because I'm going to have to get it done in the morning, because in the afternoon I've got family commitments, and then in the evening I've got family commitments. So I am currently trying to decide the best course of action in regards to the rest of it. I can probably get away with doing a little bit more today, only maybe like half an hour more. So the current thinking was ending was going to be 9,830, but I might try and get to 8,040. So then it only means I have to do 160, which should just take me slightly over 6 hours. But we'll see. I've got to try and work on... got to try and figure it out, and got to try and work on it. Because the only other problem was I wanted to open my Team Rocket case before Christmas. And I wanted to stream me doing that, but originally the thinking was I'll do that tomorrow because I've got more time tomorrow to stream, which was the original thought process, but now I don't. So it's a case of, right, am I going to have to do it Wednesday, first thing in the morning, or kind of like, 10 a.m. So like completely ignoring the US audience, which, I don't mind doing. But it just means then that it's like 1 or 2 a.m. No, it's not that early. It is 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning US time, depending on what side of the US you're on. So it is rough, but again, that's not going to be a long one. It depends how I break it down. I was like, I either break it down into being like an hour stream, because that's all it will be, and then stop the stream, do the shiny hunting, or do it after. I don't like the idea, though, of doing... Primarily because my brother's got to work. I don't primarily feel like opening up packs at like 1 o'clock in the morning, which was my next thing was like, do I just do it after tomorrow's stream? Oh, and in case you were wondering what the number was, from November last year to today, or 2 days ago, the amount of money I've gotten from watch page ads is £24. So maybe enough to buy 6 packs. Oh, 4. Yeah, 4 packs. Yeah. So that is that. The funny thing is I'm looking at it, right? And I obviously it splits it down the middle. It kind of goes watch page ads, YouTube Premium. And like I've gotten £8 from YouTube Premium. So of that 24, £8 is YouTube Premium. I'm pretty sure from what I've gathered every time I've mentioned it that I am one of the only people who watches my channel, because I do have the streams on, that has YouTube Premium. So technically, this is money that I'm getting back from YouTube, even though I pay for YouTube Premium. Keep in mind, I pay that much, slightly more than that a month, and I've gotten that back in a year. So, you know, I'm by no means doing lucrative. So yeah, this time next year when I'm opening up 4 more packs, just know it was because there were ads on the streams. The account that you're watching on 2 screens? Ooh. That is a really good question. I think not. The only reason I think not is because in the very early days, I'm not ashamed to admit it, I did do that. I was watching the streams on my PC and on my phone at the same time. And I think it used to count as 2 individual viewers. I don't know if it does anymore. It's one of those where I think it did, but I'm pretty sure now it doesn't. It's like having it open in multiple tabs. Like, I don't think that counts as multiple viewers. I think that just counts as a viewer with whatever one you're watching in. I mean, if anyone's on PC and they want to open up 15, 20 tabs of the stream, be my guest. Just make sure you watch the ads all the way through to the end. You don't have to buy anything, but maybe it's due to them both being on the same account. It could be. It could be, but I don't actually know. So I couldn't say for sure. I don't know that much about the YouTube side of how it detects things, unfortunately. All I know is that I think the Pokemon market is healing. Which might seem like a mad thing to say, and it might be like a mad thing to be like, of course it's healing, not many people are buying it. Because I was curious, more so on how much my sealed collection was worth, I did put it into the collector app, just to kind of gauge how much it was worth. And since doing it, I'm down £200, which is horrible if you're an investor, bro. But as someone who's like, maybe it's time to buy more Pokemon and stuff, I'm quite happy. My new consideration for buying, well, the next thing that I'm considering buying is trainer gallery cards. Be interesting. I'm just kind of just like, I want to maybe look at collecting some other cards. I mean, I still need to organize all my cards, but that probably won't happen until after Christmas now, or going into Jan. But then again, January I am mega busy. Have a look. Oh wow, actual stock. Oh, a minute, look at all that Phantasmal. And there's even Mega ETBs. Looks like someone picked up a Mega ETB. I can see a hand quite clearly. Is that the Lucario one? Someone clearly a big fan of Lucario. But yeah, it's one of those things where I do think the scalpers have, I think we can say without a shadow of a doubt, moved over to a different TCG. They all had an individual alarm sticker. Yeah, they would do though, because of the way the cost of it all. Friend wanted the Riolu card. Nothing wrong with the Riolu card. Riolu card is a good card. Actually, let me double check because I am kind of curious on the price of these Pokemon Center ETBs. I would like to get my hands on the Black Bolt White Flare ones. Just because I've been kind of collecting the some PC ones where I can of kind of the newer sets that I've got, but the price for them still seem to be quite high. Whereas 7-pack, you got 2 packs of Mega as well as some in the front of the store. Nice. Yeah, you cannot complain with being able to get stock. And I think they're just asking ever so slightly too much for them. Me personally, like what I'm willing to spend. I gotta wait, annoyingly, and I know, wah, first world problems. I was hoping to get paid today, but instead, I'm pretty sure I'm not getting paid until next week, which kind of upset me a little bit. Because it is cutting it incredibly close for holiday. I leave on the 10th. So, I mean, it is going to be 10 days, but still, like, I've still got to get my finances in check ready for it. But still, I'm curious to see. Well, part of it is because I'm eager to see, like, what my bonus is going to be like this year. And I want to know if I can spend any money on cards. Yeah. Might be worth me trying to see if there's any local stores that might have stock. If the market is kind of healing, that might be the shout. Unfortunately, I don't think One Piece is gonna be the next one. Now, I did discover, and I say I did discover, it's not like a new thing. It is very much a case of it is a well-known thing. I think I'm just late to it, which is I think it's pronounced Wise Schwartz. And it's basically cards of anime, and what they do is there are cards in them that are signed by the voice actors for the characters that you can get. So I was kind of just like, I've now looked at a couple of series and I'm just like, man, I really want to see if I can try and get a signature card from a couple of the series that I like, but I think the pull rate is incredibly low. Which does upset me a little bit, but again, I don't know. I did open 3 booster boxes because I treated myself, and I didn't get anything insane. And I think the aftermarket, the secondary market is, I think, a bit not good for it, because it's one of those where it's per anime. But no, it's a new discovery. So it is interesting. But no, maybe the universe is healing. Maybe Pokemon cards are becoming more accessible to buy. It's only going to be a matter of time until it's back more to normal. I mean, it is slowly getting there now, but, you know, I think it's still pretty bad over here. Actually, easy way to tell is just to have a look on Smiths. Go by newest. Mega Chest, sold out. Oh no, not expected in until January. Mega Kangaskhan, sold out, no longer available. Not available anywhere. The 3-pack assortment, sold out everywhere. Regular boosters, one left in stock in one store. Venusaur collections, I'm just going through it now. Not available in any store in the UK. UPCs, probably not going to be... Nope, not available, can't even get it. Moltres UPCs, not available, can't buy it. Lucario collection boxes, not available, can't get any. Prismatic figure collections, can't do it. Black, white, flare, can't do it. I think it might have banned me because it thinks I'm a bot. Either way, some some of the stock might be coming back, but I think it depends on the area. But yeah. Yeah, it's good. It's good that there's more stock around. It is slowly healing. The world is slowly healing. Oh yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's insane. The new scalper project, this new scout item, the Japanese deck box being a weighted thing. To be fair, it's kind of been affordable. Yeah, it's more a case of, I think, the allure of getting the Charizard that I think people are after. And it's like, people are like, yeah, I want to gamble and get the Charizard. But apparently, the Japanese collectors have discovered you can weigh the packs, and depending on the card that's in there, depends on the weight of the thing. So they kind of know. So they were. I was hearing that if you want to get them, don't buy them online from secondhand people, because they've probably weighed them and they're going to be a dud card anyway, especially if you're doing it looking for the Charizard. But yeah, it's like $6 to buy them in Japan, or they were selling them for like 20, or was it $20-$30, maybe even higher, for potentially a dud card. Yeah, exactly. They're cheap if you get them from Japan. Like, if you can get them from the Pokemon Center website, but then resellers are selling them for ridiculous amounts of money. It's insane because, especially because it's like, don't get me wrong, regular Pokemon cards, all trading cards, let's be honest, is basically gambling. But you know, that is like double gambling. Because you're gambling on whether or not they've weighed it. You're gambling on whether or not they're going to give you an actual good hit. But yeah, it is a risk. It is a risk thing. Yeah, exactly. You're hoping that they didn't weigh it, but let's be honest, chances are they will. Same with the original packs. You very rarely see original early packs labeled as light. You'll typically probably end up seeing them not weighed at all because they can charge more for it versus a light pack. So they might weigh it, find out it's not heavy, it's light, but just not say that it's light, and instead just be like, "Hey, it's an original pack. We haven't weighed it. You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge." You kind of got to trust that people don't do that. Again, if they're labeled as light, I trust it more so than if it's not labeled at all. Right? Like, in my personal experience, that's what I decide. You know, because if they've written it as light, then they've weighed it, which is fine, but they're being honest about it. Yeah, when money comes into it. But yeah, it's interesting. I wanna maybe look at doing going to more local card shows and picking up some stuff this year, but we'll see. But yeah, not looking forward to the. Definitely thinking card show might be interesting. Try and get some stuff on at a lower price, especially if the market is crashing. Again, I wouldn't mind getting some. I wouldn't mind getting some like sealed packs of like older stuff just to have like in my collection. What would it be? First edition packs? Let's have a look. First edition base set. If I go pack, how much are they asking for? Oof. German, not in English. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize the language made a difference. German, £200. French, over 1,000. Spanish, 400. German, 500. Chinese are over 1,500 quid. Good minute. That is ridiculous. I feel like I would have to get it. I'd have to, if I did own one, I'd want it to be slabbed. Just so then it's a little bit harder for me to open it. You know, like, it's a case of, it would have to be slabbed. Because then it's like, yeah, you're not going to accidentally just be like, one of you things just be like, I'm just going to open it. It's something that's going to have more thought put into opening it. Like, it's like, oh, I have to crack it. And then I have to deal with the mess just to open one pack. Like, it's not worth it. And I'll be like, yeah, it's not worth it. Yeah, it's insane. Again, it's a case of if only we would have known, eh? Joined it, but a hollow, nice. Oh yeah, no, but it's a case of, you know, if you would have known, you probably would have got a lot more. And then it's like, I wouldn't have my brain is like, if I would have known back then what I know now, would I have bought more? Probably. Would I have decided to get into it in 2017 instead of just before Prismatic release? Probably. Would I have ended up buying an awful lot more stuff? Most definitely. Yeah, it's also true. Yeah, the restriction of money on young adults. It doesn't exactly get easier when you get older either. Yeah, that's the thing. Oh, I should have bought more. But yeah, it's a shame. I still am reeling over this weekend's celebrity boxing matches, influencer boxing matches. Man, it's insane. It went so well as someone who doesn't care about either of the people who lost. Hilarious. God, I saw something that was like Anthony Joshua was enjoying it, and you could tell by his smile. And it was like just before he just broke his jaw, you could see him like smiling, realizing. And Jake Paul looks like he's shitting himself. And someone's just got the two pictures, and they're just swiping backwards and forwards between them. And I was just like, oh my god, that's so good. Anthony Joshua, God, I love him. I didn't really used to be big into the boxing scene, but I used to know more of what was going on. And Tate, oh my god, that was hilarious as well, because it was a similar. The other thing is, the guy who apparently beat Tate, I've seen clips of him boxing before, and he can't fight. Like, they're not boxing. Like, the whole fight, if you have even followed boxing previously and you're like looking at these fights, they're not boxing. Both the guy that beat Tate and Jake weren't boxing. And you can tell because when they're in the ring with an actual boxer, Anthony Joshua, who was a heavyweight champion, just absolutely beaten. It's bad. It's bad to admit, but I 100% agree, Elo. Watching just those two. Again, it was hilarious because, again, all the promotional stuff leading up to it, Jake Paul's like, I'm going to absolutely destroy him. I'm going to beat the hell out of him. It's not even going to be a fair fight. I'm going to destroy him. And then Anthony Joshua just bloody decks him. Granted, it took him 6 rounds to do it, which is not amazing. However, that was primarily because from the sounds of it, I haven't watched the whole thing yet. I'm sure I will get around to it. Jake was literally prancing around. And he was just running around the ring. So, it was hilarious. And then Tate went down in a similar fashion where he was like just so winded. He was like clinging onto his legs and he was just like, oh, don't beat me anymore, please. It was hilarious. I also saw something that apparently, I don't know how true it is, and it's hilarious that this is potentially even a thing at all. Anthony Joshua, the guy who beat the living crap out of Jake Paul, apparently might have broken a clause in his contracts about knockouts, so he isn't getting paid for it. And then when you look at his face just before he punches Jake, and then you hear that and you think, he knew exactly what he was doing. He was like, I might not get paid for this, but I so want to do this, and just walloped him one. And I was like, yeah, that makes that image so much better for me. It was it was so good. He enjoyed it, yeah, exactly. Oh no, he didn't get his 90-odd million pound that they reckoned that they were getting. But he got to absolutely smack the shit with Jake Paul. To be fair, I think there's potential like wiggle room because he technically didn't get knocked out. He got knocked down, not knocked out. So I still think there is a way for... I mean, obviously, we don't know the contracts. We don't see it. It's just rumors. But obviously, Jake didn't get knocked out. He got knocked down, which is a different thing altogether. It wasn't like he was left unconscious. But he also did have his jaw broken. In 2 places. So... it was a really good weekend, though. And just seeing people being like, yeah, I'm going to bet on Tate. Tate's going to win. Or I bet on... Like, who in their right mind would have bet on Jake Paul to win against Anthony Joshua? No way. Like, look at the two of them. Like, Anthony Joshua is taller than him. And he's an actual heavyweight champion. Whereas Jake Paul's most successful fight or most prevalent fight is him beating up an old man. Like he was fighting Mike Tyson, but even then, just the fact that Joshua just absolutely smacked him was just hilarious. Don't get me wrong, Tate's physique, you could argue, is kind of what most young men aspire to. He does have a 6-pack. He is relatively fit in terms of aesthetics. However, you know, I'll give it to the guy. He got back into the fight, but no. Did he stomp? Oh, wow. I didn't realize he did that. I haven't seen that clip. Hold up. Mike Tyson. Mr. Beast. I'm watching it now. I don't even think he connected. I don't think he connected. Looking at it, it didn't even look that hard. It didn't look like he punched him that hard. Right, it took, like, how could Mike have lost to Jake? Do you want to know why? Because they're doing it based on the bloody points. That's why. Eyes are filled with fear. Yeah. As a man learning not to pick on or not to ask former, a former professional boxer, arguably one of the most feared in his weight category in his prime, to punch you. That's just stupid. I wouldn't go to Anthony Joshua and be like, "Hey, do you just want to slug me once in the stomach for advertising?" You couldn't pay me enough to do that. Let me check my emails just in case that email has come through. Well, it could happen. No, I might need to ask him to up the amount a little bit. But yeah, it's hilarious, the fact that literally after Mike, it was Anthony Joshua, and Anthony Joshua just bloody decked him. I mean, it wasn't immediately after, but you know. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. Oh god, I'm willing to just sit down and just rewatch that clip over and over again. Hold up, I'm gonna put that on repeat now for me. Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua. God, the Netflix full highlight is just before Joshua decks him one, and you can see he's kind of smirking. Okay, there's a 3-minute full highlight on Netflix. You can see that he's literally running away, and now he's hugging him for the timer to go down. He got one hit on Joshua, one uppercut. Boom. He's down. Like, even at that point, just before he ends it, Jake Paul is he's just not fit enough to take on the fight. There you go, deck. I'm just rewinding it. Gets him into the corner. Bang, bang, bang. All it takes. Oh, is it Dutch that he's dating? I know he mentioned that he was talking about how he's lucky he's got, a loving partner and all of that. But you could see his face after he took the hit. He's like, "Oh, wow." Boom. Okay, he got the win. So this is the stipulation. He got the win for the fight via knockout, and I think that's what the problem is. Like, looking at them side by side, Anthony Joshua is literally a head taller than Jake Paul. I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking. Couldn't get any better than that. Oh, it's funny. I just watched a clip. I need to stop doing it. But I need to like I need to stop doing that. I just watched a clip where obviously the people who are more acquainted with Jake are just like, yeah, no, you know, if he steps in the ring, you know, you can't deny that. And there's punches thrown. You can't deny he's not a real boxer. I'm like, yes, you can. He got his ass handed to him. He ran around the ring, which is the only reason he was so tired, I might add. He looked exhausted before he got smacked the shit out of him. And I guarantee you it's because he spent, 3-minute rounds? He did 6 rounds. So he spent 18 minutes running away from Anthony Joshua. And then he got caught and got laid out. I would have lost all the potential earnings that I would have gotten from that just to knock some sense into him. Just me personally. Funny though, the woman is from like a town not even 10 k's away. Oh really? She disgraces our Providence by dating that thing. Yeah. To be fair, I definitely can see that being a thing. Again though, could you say it's just, again, we're looking at it in that way, right? Of obviously the man being the more public facing thing, right? It's just a general question, more so than any kind of overarching statement. Would the reaction be the same way if it was, for instance, flipped? Let's say it was an OnlyFan woman with a man. I mean, that's probably about the same, right? You'd expect kind of the same reaction. I was just trying to think if the genders were kind of reversed. You would kind of expect the same flip of that, though, wouldn't you? Oh, yeah, can you imagine? I mean, you don't have to worry about that. Because, I mean, if you pay taxes, he's not going to be there. He's not going to be anywhere near Deutschland. Guarantee you, he's going to stay in Puerto Rico where he doesn't have to pay any tax. So you don't have to worry about that because they're not going to be living there. Yeah, I don't think it's quite the same. But yeah, he's not going to be a local to you, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't do anything about what the news says and what it doesn't say. why I don't listen to the news for the most part. I have on the general news, but yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say it is a plus. Again, if your country has taxes, any kind of heavy taxes, regular taxes, whatever, he's not going to live there. But yeah, it was good. It was a good weekend. I did actively come out of the weekend happier than I went into the weekend. Doesn't happen very often, but my God, was this weekend a good one. Yeah, my work day was weirdly busy. It was one of those weird ones. It went incredibly quickly, but that was the one bonus. I do need to figure out in terms of what I need to finish organizing. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that is true. Everyone waits way too late for Christmas. Very, very strange. I was only ever so slightly late for Christmas, but I was prepared. Yeah. You get mad at super. Would you get super mad at random employee if it's too late in that case? No. No. Like if I ordered something today, and it said here tomorrow, or here before Christmas, and it didn't arrive, I probably wouldn't get annoyed. I would obviously be slightly agitated. It's like, well, if it's not going to arrive, just say it's not going to arrive. Be more conservative with whatever site you're doing it through, or if you're going somewhere. But no, 100%, I wouldn't. But then it's not that I empathize. It's that realistically, it makes sense because it's like, right, you've left it way too late. Like, I've basically got to build a system tomorrow for someone who wants a system while we're shut. Like, it's ridiculous because it's like, no. should have, the workshop should have been shut Friday. So the fact that he's still taking orders today annoys me a little bit. He's like, yeah, a couple more orders in, blah, blah, blah. And just like, man, I'm so annoyed. But, like, I can't do anything about it. And they're not huge amounts of work, but still, some people wanting them early is just annoying. I do wish that, we could have just been shut today as last day. I mean, ideally it would have been Friday, but that sucks. Yeah, but people are stupid. People don't know what they want. That's the problem, Elo. That's even more stupid. That's even more stupid. Like, ordering stuff from across the world, any time of year, you order it with plenty of time to spare, But especially Christmas time, like, everywhere is stressed at Christmas time. Like, all postal services are stressed during this time of year. So to be in demand of what it yesterday, why didn't you get it to me sooner? Just stupid. It's like my case that I got on the 15th. I ordered it and it said expected by the 24th past. I was like, that's fine. I'm like, yeah, it will come when it will come. I've ordered it. It's on the way. I can't do anything about speeding it up. It came early, so I was happy. I mean, that's good. It's only been one person, but still, the one person being like, "You've ruined Christmas." You know, your poor planning does not constitute an emergency on my part. So the fact that, people hurl abuse at people even because of that is ridiculous. But obviously you can't say that to someone, You can't speak your mind, which sucks in customer service. Customer service, you should be able to speak your mind. If people are going to hurl abuse at someone and all of that, you should be able to say shit back to customers. I'm sorry. Whatever industry you're in. Waiter gives you the wrong order. Hey, I didn't order this. Can you swap this? Calm, chill. You don't need to throw a hissy fit. It is what it is. Do you mind getting me something? Do you mind getting me what I ordered? I ordered the steak. You got me the fish. Whatever. That's fine. But the people who just like absolutely like lose their mind at service people because of stuff like that is ridiculous. You know how many people say you've ruined X when stuff is delayed? Oh my god. It's literally their go-to, as if people think, oh, you've ruined my year, as if that's going to make me go, or as if that's going to make someone on the other end of go, oh, well, actually, actually, I do have it right here for you. I just haven't been shipping it. Oh, well, now you've said that, I'm going to ship it. It changes nothing. My child will be so sad. That's another one. They always go, but my baby, do it for my child. It's like, the difference does it make to me that again, your poor planning doesn't constitute an emergency on my part. Also, the fact that, in my opinion, parents coddle kids nowadays way too much. Many times I want to say, yeah, your problem, not mine. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't trust parents nowadays. I feel like it's much different nowadays than it was. I don't want to use the standard term snowflakes, but it is kind of like that. Oh, we did 97.97. No shiny. See, the problem with that is that it's most likely at this point going to be like at 1 a.m. So I'm just going to be like, oh, shiny. Yay. I'm going to be so out of it. Is Bird not working today? I thought I fixed it. Do you know what I think it is? I think it's literally because the fact that oh, I'm not hearing it. Why am I not hearing it? I thought I was hearing it. Death by ads, yeah. Weird. It's died again. I thought it was potentially not happy because the YouTube stream had a hyphen in it. And I thought, oh, is that what's causing it to not be happy? But apparently not. Apparently that's not the reason. Is he saying hi? I can't hear it. Oh, is it because of that? Oh, I turned that off. Okay, I can hear it now. He's very quiet? Yeah, because I turned him down. That should be maybe a little bit more.
Hi.
Little tiny bit more.
Hi.
There you go. A little bit more.
Hi.
That's about as loud as me.
How dare you silence me?
I didn't do it on purpose. Maybe I did. Maybe I did do it on purpose. Indeed, jacket, it has been over a year. It has at this point, but that's what happens when you take a 6 to 8 month break on hunting for it. It does feel like it's taken a really long time. No, no way, jacket. Not 10k today. 10k today would be 200 checks, which would be over like 8 hours more. Definitely, definitely not doing that. Especially since I've got work tomorrow, it's not feasible. Would be physically impossible, unfortunately. Physically impossible. Yeah, it would be physically impossible, I think. That would leave me like 3 hours to sleep before I'd have to get up for work. So I definitely can't do 10k today. I don't even think I'll be able to do 10k tomorrow. definitely couldn't do that. Okay, I don't know why my math was so wrong. I think I can get to 840 today. I think 840 at a push. Did I say 840? 40, 70, yeah, 840 should be feasible today. Yeah, it's not a quick reset. It's a minute to a minute and a half. I can get about 25 to 27 done an hour. So yeah, it's upwards of 30 is like incredibly unlikely, but yeah, definitely 25 to 27. Like just over 2 minutes. Just under 2 minutes, like a minute 50, 2 minutes 10. But yeah, it's a case of tomorrow I was thinking I'm going to try and have to do 150. 150 resets. 75 is 3 hours ish. So 6 hours is 150. I want to get to 10k before Christmas. Again, unless I get the shiny. Need a Christmas miracle. Need more than a bloody Christmas miracle at this rate. Christmas miracle would be good. Need more than a bloody Christmas miracle at this rate. need a once in a decade luck. No. Funnily enough, no problems with anything. We had it a lot round Guy Fawkes night, which was 5th of November and kind of around that time. But no, Christmas we don't have it. But no, we don't have fireworks this time of year. The only fireworks that would have been or that would be set off that aren't being set off anymore, as far as I'm aware, is New Year's Eve, and that would be it would be New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve would be the only time I think we get many fireworks. As this is November, people start using heavily illegal fireworks. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, definitely. But no, we don't have fireworks, and we don't typically have fireworks that late. Surprisingly, people will kind of consider it. Oh goodness, that definitely doesn't sound a huge, great amount of fun. 20 incidents already. Goodness gracious. But yeah, that's not good. Arguably, though, if people want to be stupid, you can't really stop them from being stupid. Oh, yeah, that definitely could have been bad. Funny enough, we used to live on an estate that was relatively small and relatively out of the way. Now, not so much because of how it was all built up. Plus, we moved. But we used to live on an estate where we used to do fireworks every Guy Fawkes night. We would have, by we I mean my dad would go and light fireworks, and we'd be well away from them. And we used to have like our own kind of private viewing firework type thing on the estate. Now there's houses where that was, so now that physically is impossible. But no, I've never come. The closest I've come, no, to losing limbs. I don't know of many. I do however, have interesting stories of when I was younger. I don't know if I've still got the marks or not. Oh no, I do. So interestingly enough, when I was younger, I thought it would be cool to take the plastic covers off of my bike's handlebars, my grips. And under there, what there was just a metal circular pipe. So I went down a ramp, went down a little dip, up the dip, landed funny, kind of was leaning forward, and I managed to jab myself in my side with this metal circle. It's not as bad anymore, but I used to have just a big circle in my side where obviously it healed up. Now it's just a little. It's a much smaller. It's basically a reminiscent of that, but that broken collarbone. That's kind of all I've done. Well, considering I was 10 at the time, yeah, definitely quite painful. They've always lit the fireworks ourselves, but grew out of that. Yeah, no way I'm going to do it. Yeah, exactly. Don't take any unnecessary risks with fireworks. They are dangerous. But yeah, my youngest, the youngest incident I had, was I was at a party when I was 4 or 5. Oh, goodness. Yeah, that definitely doesn't sound fun at all. Yeah, I was 4 or 5, and I was going down a slide at a party at a play place. And as I was going down the slide, I'm pretty sure a kid on another slide next to me shoved me, and it shoved me so hard I basically broke my collarbone on a plastic slide at a play place. And I had to spend many weeks with it in a sling, sleeping on the floor because I couldn't get up into my bed. That was fun, especially as a younger man, younger gentleman, a child essentially. That kind of is the insanity. That's kind of the most of the insanity that I've dealt with. It's not all of it, but it's most of it. Ooh, yeah, that definitely got to hurt. No, I don't think you've ever mentioned it, but that's got to be painful. It's a wonder that I'm so cautious now with everything. I did. The only one in recent memory was I did crash my motorbike. That's the only one in kind of recent memory. Other than that, I don't think there's anything else. This year might be different though, because I'm skiing twice. So it could be different this year. Depends if I'm more willing to throw myself down mountains or not. Ooh, no, that. Oh, yeah, no, that. Oh, that doesn't. Oh, that, yeah. Definitely a bit much for me. Yeah, I can imagine. But yeah, I think I need to spend a week, like over Christmas going into the new year, trying to mentally prepare myself. Perfect. Right, let's go. Only 30. But yeah, we'll see. Let's see if maybe I can get a bit more. Take me, Rowlet.
I am already here, why need more of me?
Need more. Or whatever hurt. Nothing more than a few more Rowlet. Nothing wrong with a few more Rowlets.
So after me, you'll go for Lytton, right? Or I'll be lonely.
Not anytime soon, goodness. I don't want to touch this game. I don't want to touch Ultra games for like 2 years after this.
So you look for me, then abandon me. This makes me sad, Hoot.
Not abandoning. Not abandoning, because I will be continuing the hunt, but I just don't doing any starters. Bramble sounds different because it's a different talker. That's why. Different text to speech. That was part of the problem why Rowlet was broken before. Turns out if you sit in your chair properly, it is better. Or maybe we can go a bit longer today. 25? We'll see. $15, 25, 5, 20. Yeah, should be able to get to 40. Only one more hour. Only one more hour. Take a step forward. Oh, headphones are going to need charging. Uh, one of those days, eh? Bonk. Not a bird. Right. Let me just double check.
What if I'm shiny locked?
I mean, luckily, I know it's physically not impossible, but there is that part of my brain that's going, it's shiny locked. I know it's shiny locked. And I'm gonna cry if it turns out that it is actually shiny locked. Everything I've checked online, everything I've checked everywhere, even Cow has got it shiny. So I know it's not shiny locked. But there's always that part of me. Ultra Moon. Shiny. No, this is Ultra. Yeah, there's four. There's four, but five main categories. But no, this is Ultra. My game might be shiny locked because that's just how it seems to work. And again, even then, I think regular Sun and Moon is a longer hunt. Perfect. Yeah, it seems to not be shiny lucked. It just seems that my luck is horrible. Tell you what, let's do a test because I feel like I'm going to need to use the loot. So we're gonna do a test. I will be right back. I'm gonna go to the loot real quick. I'm gonna run an ad and we'll see if it works. Right, I'll be right back. Did it work? I hope it worked. Right, I'm back. Seen no ad? Of course not. Of course not. I'm gonna click it again. It said ads inserted. I think the way... Oh, I've probably just played more ads. I think the way it works is it doesn't do it for everyone. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. There would have been an ad at the start of the stream. There'll be an ad at the end of the stream. It is what it is at the end of the day. It'll be what it'll be. Obviously, the other way to get through it is to just stream on shorts as well. Just use that as a as the excuse to bring in mega money. Just pump out AI shorts and rake in the money. Apparently, they're clamping down on that. It's not as much of a feasible thing anymore. Yeah, I could do. I could just pump out more shorts, but just pump out actual content, but I just need to get it around my work schedule, I think. Hey, Cloud. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Oh goodness, yeah. Go and sleep, Cloud. Don't worry about staying overly long. Oh yeah, no, definitely. If you've spent ages working, probably sleep. It's a good thing your hand's not hurting as much, but obviously you don't want to do any kind of damage to it or risk it. That's also true. Do, 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 do. I would say I'm ready for January, but my January is quite action-packed, so I don't think I'm ready for January. Yeah, mine's not the... Well, mine's an okay kind of busy. Oh. It's ski pass. It's gondola plus chairlift. That's what it is. I'm actively just looking at the cameras because I'm that desperate. I'm that excited to go skiing. I'm just constantly looking at the webcams. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried because we're going to... Oh, I'm doing two ski season, two ski holidays this year. The first one that we're going to in January is not looking amazing right now. However, the weather is getting colder there, like next week. So I'm hoping it becomes a bit better. But it's so hard to tell. I've got my holiday money coming tomorrow. Because funny enough, there is something interesting that I didn't know you could do in the UK. You can order travel money online from the post office. Didn't know that. All right, hello. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Have a good tomorrow as well. See what the plan is tomorrow. I mean, I enjoy skiing. I would love to go more, but I just don't live in an area that's very conductive of it. Yeah, if you live close to a place where it's feasible, it's kind of a cool thing to do, but I don't. I mean, the other thing you could do is snowboarding. Biking's not bad. Not my cup of tea, but it's not a bad thing to do. Nothing wrong with a good old bit of sledding. Yeah, huge mountains. Yeah. Kind of the best kind of place to do that. Gotta keep up the pace. Come on. Not many more resets left. Mountain. No, I think I pronounced the T. Mountain. 9:30. Apparently it's part of our accents. It's not bad. Accents are a very funny thing, I find. Like, you all speak the same language, but the accents is kind of funny. You know, the fact that accents are a thing. I think it's a very intriguing phenomenon. Funny enough, saying phenomenon makes me feel like I'm a Muppet. Phenomenon. Wrong button. Pushing the wrong button. Double check. Nice save. Ah, there it is. I think the more online you are, the more kind of online accent you have, which I think is different from anything else. I need for that, that, bit of that, a bit of that. Ah, that's what I'm missing. God, the yawns are kicking in. So, let's think. 150, 160. I was thinking if I wanted to go and actively go and do me something to eat. It's a bit late, really, isn't it? Like, there's some stuff where I'm just like, everyone kind of sounds the same, and it's mostly online content, and I'm just like, yeah, it all sounds the same. Going well. Then give me something, or will you just pass over it? 10k reset will be the end of this year's streams. That's all. Nothing special. Nothing special. Now, Rogue. But I hope you're doing well. Sorry, I completely just been zoned out for a while. Oh, I got the yawns are kicking in more and more. But no, not going to be anything special. Literally just going to be 10k. I'm ending it there. Hope you've been well though, Garrog. Hope you're doing good. But no, I'm going to try and push as close as I can to it. And then we'll see. We'll see. We'll see depending on when. Because again, if I try and do it tomorrow, it's like 6 hours. So for me to do it tomorrow after working, well, working half the day, well, working most of the day, and then going from there. Yeah, my brain does that as well sometimes, Cloud. I mean, I didn't put it this year. We were joking at the beginning of the year. I remember joking about it. Oh, I know what I'm going to do for my bingo shiny card this year. I'm just going to fill it with ROWLETs. I'm glad I didn't do that because I didn't even get a single one. Turns out when you stream a bunch more and longer streams, you get more watch time. Look at that. Thank you, YouTube. Yeah, too many odds. I don't even know if I'd want a world record. Luckily, I do have it all documented. So technically, I could argue that I could go for a world record with it. It would be one of the worst things to have a world record in. But yeah, I could do it. I could potentially do it. At least I haven't phased yet on this hunt. It would be one of the worst things for me possible. However, I would physically have to upload the 600 gigs of footage. The 600 hours of footage to Guinness for them to be like, right, well, we accept this, because they have to verify that I've actually done it. And not skipped it. Again, like, I don't know what the record would actively be. But yeah, it would be a hell of a thing. Rookie numbers? God, I just feel sorry for them, whoever I give it to, who has to sit there and validate it. It's just too many. Alright, 5 more today. That's all I can manage. Watching it on 0.25 exactly. No, 4 times watch speed, yeah. 4 times watch speed. They'd have to get through it. It's really annoying because I was hoping to not have to work tomorrow. And then spend a good amount of time throughout the day shiny hunting. And then I could spend my evening chilling. Unfortunately, now I can't do that. Now I have to spend my day at work and my evening shiny hunting. Congratulations, Garo. Oh, I'm ready for sleep. I don't know if I could do much more of this. I'm so not looking forward to tomorrow. Yeah, we'll go to 40. 40, I think, will be where I think I'll end it for today. Oh, yeah, I just want to sleep. I just want to sleep at this point, man. Ugh. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna try. I think tomorrow I'll do at least 3 hours, so we'll get at least 75 done tomorrow. And then I'll do an early morning stream on the 23rd, not on the 24th, Christmas Eve. And then get that. Not my fault. It is not my fault. But yeah, it's going to be an early morning one because I'm too busy. Too busy the rest of the day. No, I think... Is this what they call gaslighting? Are you trying to gaslight me? I will not fall for your gaslighting. I mean, I'm gonna say, I'll be doing Well, I won't be doing anything else after the 23rd for the rest of the year. No streams until early Jan at some point. But then I'm only going to be there for a week. I'm going to be for like the first 10 days of Jan. It's not even the first 10 days, it's technically the first 9 days. So I don't know what the streams will be at the beginning of the year. I'm going to put some thought into it. I'll figure it out. I'll put some thought into it. Alright, one more check today, and then I am done. Oh yeah, I need to go and claim my ranked stuff. Let us see. Last check for the day, and then I'll be back tomorrow. Does it shine? No. Well, that is it. That is me done for today. I will be back tomorrow with more. I'm going to bed. I'll see you all then. Goodbye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Thanks for hanging out. Bye, 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 bye.